more that I've had, I think the Federal Minister of Works need to be guided. Because whereas we have all these old roads that are in bad shape, he proposing the construction of new roads when existing roads are not there. Because 3 weeks ago, I understand 20 new roads were approved. Yet, sir, between Edo and Delta, there is manifest bias by the Minister of Works. You cannot go to Warri and you are here, Senator Dafinoni. You can't go to Warri from Benin. You can't go to Asaba from Benin. You can't go to Auchi from Benin. You can't go from Auchi to Okene from Benin. What have we done wrong? I think the minister has shown consistently there is no federal allocation. It is Mr. President goodwill. Mr. President goodwill that he directed that they should use tax credit to deal with part of this section. Otherwise, all the budget over the past 3 years, in spite of the first motion under your leadership that was moved to draw his attention, the Federal Minister of Works has failed deliberately to include that portion bordering Delta and Edo in the national budget. So I plead with you to urge him to be more balanced and have national overview of his responsibility.
You go to the states, it's the same thing. People are going to do superhighway. Superhighway to where? Let's see the small road. Superhighway to where? They're going to do flyover. When the main road is not good, why are you doing the flyover? Where are we flying to? We want the road to be good. But they're going to do flyover. That is what you see in this country.
Lagos Calabar, obviously the project that's being worked on, that your statements on that project are...
My statement on it is one statement that is a because I'm the one who made it, I won't use the word exemplar. All that I said is what I did even as a governor. There's so many existing roads that are in disrepair. So many that require the construction. There's some that are women that are not motorable. We already have a network of roads that need to be repaired, reconstructed, and everything. And I said, we don't need to start new ones. When Biden came here, he did something, he said he's going to improve the infrastructure. Did he say he's going to start new ones?
No infrastructure plan, yeah, you're right.
He said he's going to, that American infrastructure is decaying. He needs to improve it. He didn't say they're going to start new ones. We think that they open on new ones through the seas and everything. He saw that the existing one, this is something that we have been glad. I remember telling someone in America, I wish they can give us this one they want to repair. So we can take it and put it in our place so they can have repair new ones because, that's what we need. But today, are you from Nigeria?
Yes, I am from Nigeria.
Which part of Nigeria?
Imo State.
Thank you. You can't drive from Owerri to Port Harcourt. Just Owerri to Port Harcourt. If you're driving from Owerri to Port Harcourt, the Owerri end of it will take you, you'll be going through the bush, coming out, everything, to just get there. You can't drive that. You can't leave that. And you don't drive from Kano to Medugri. I was in Kaduna a few weeks ago. The Kaduna bypass will take you hours. You cannot go from Abuja to Lokoja. You can drive from Lokoja to Auchi. You can't go from Auchi to Benin. The east-west road has not been completed. You can't even drive from Benin to Sapele to Warri. You can't go from Calabar to Uyo. I can go on and on. Let's fix all this. You can't go from Osoka, where we call Ubolafo, to Otugbo. You can't go from Otugbo to Makodi. These roads are in a mess. You need to fix them. So we have enough network of roads that are already existing. Same thing, Lagos, Ibadan. Can't go to Ibadan. There's places you can't drive to. Go to Jabode, Benin, all that. No. So why are we starting new one? And I stand by it. I told them, put in our manifesto, we're not going to start anything new. Let's fix. And that's what I was telling you about when they talk about education, roads, everything in Anambra State. What I did, when I came in, some of the roads were started by my predecessor, Dr. Chris Ngige. I completed it. He's there. People of Anambra can tell you. You know, even to prove that I completed, I measured where he stopped and did my own. So, and then all the existing roads. And they started opening the rural areas where the roads did not exist again. I started opening it up. Built a maintenance agency to maintain them, because one of the problems we have in Nigeria, people think you can construct a road and it stays forever. No, in this country, you will see them every 5 years. They are laying a road that you will see. It's done everywhere in the world. In Nigeria, you build a road, people will say, oh, the road Peter Obi built that failed. I left government 10 years ago. The road is not forever. This building, this hotel, every 4 or 5 years, they refurbish everything. Otherwise, the hotel will fall, it will collapse.
But it should be, obviously, there should be some revenue being generated by the roads to be able to maintain it. The federal government can't obviously be able to take care of every single road, so maybe tolls are some things that
Nigeria has not said they will not pay tolls. When the toll gates were there, they were paying. If you do a good road in Nigeria today, Nigerians will pay toll. It is government. They can do it. They can do it based on the toll system, partnering strategically with those that can build the roads and connect the toll. But they won't do it because of obvious things.
What? Which are?
Corruption.
Okay, well, I'll leave that alone. I'll go back to Chioma for the sake of time.
In addressing another allegation, the Vice President has accused you of engaging in divisive rhetoric because you criticize the government's spending priorities. How do you respond to those allegations?
Well, I don't need to make comment on that. Just the same thing I said. It doesn't. There's no evidence to that. If I said you need to put money here and remove money here, that's not criticism. I'm only just saying what is right. You know, where we're building students' hostel. We're building student hostel with 1 billion. Students' hostel, 12 tertiary institutions. We're spending 1 billion to build students' hostel. But we have 6 billion or 15 billion.
15 billion.
To build 15 billion to build, let me use Vice President House. Today in Nigeria, we have the highest number of homeless people globally. 24 million. But check it out.
But
and you're building a house for one person with that amount.
But they said
that is the criticism. That's all.
But they said the money was already appropriated
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When I became governor, monies were already appropriated for things that I changed. I said no, we can't use the resources for this because we need it for something else. That's what makes you a leader. Being able to say things are wrong. I had my office. 298 million naira was appropriated for it. I did everything with 43,200,000. At my lodge, 486 million. I did everything with 81 million. And I can go on and on. The office of First Lady that was already appropriated. I said, no, we don't need it. We shut it down. We already have appropriation to maintain our lodge now, but I shut it down. That's what makes you a leader. A leader finds solution to problems.